If there is one thing that isn't in dispute so far this season on The Walking Dead, it is that their pre-credits sequences have been on point. From Maggie being swarmed in the subway tunnels, to the Reaper late-night assault, to Aaron's creepy dream, the openings to the episodes have set the stage brilliantly. The streak continues in On the Inside, with Connie and Virgil scrambling through the darkness. With walkers all around them and refuge seemingly nowhere in sight, their struggle to enter a creepy house is straight out of a horror film. On the Inside balances between two narratives: the search for Connie, including her hiding out with Virgil, and Daryl's ongoing test of loyalty with the Reapers. Parts of both storylines take place in a house of horrors, but it may be Daryl's journey that elicits the most unease. Watching Frost's fingernails slowly being ripped off is one of the more gruesome sights of the episode, and for me at least, produces more chills than the creepiness behind the walls Connie and Virgil find themselves in. Speaking of Connie, she is trapped in a house with strange creatures, and after seeing something unnatural, asks Virgil for help. Virgil isn't convinced that Connie is in her right mind, chalking up what she says she saw to a lack of sleep. His attitude changes, though, when a door mysteriously closes and they become separated. The scene then goes silent, and it's an effective bit of storytelling. The silence puts us in Connie's shoes, and the effect is chilling, particularly when the scantily clad dude on all fours is doing his best Spider-Man impression while chasing her down. Pope's search for Maggie and the others leads to a hat trick of torture scenes. It's been 3 consecutive weeks that torture has worked its way into an episode, and this time it's Frost's turn to suffer. What makes this scene so painful to watch isn't just the fingernail pulling or the beating he takes. It is when Daryl is tasked to get the intel out of him that things go a little sideways. Even though both men know what must be done to keep everyone in Alexandria safe, it is no easier to accept when Daryl cuts off a couple of digits. Their painful charade works, earning Daryl some street cred with Pope, while angering Carver in the process. With the safe house's location revealed, Daryl is added to the Reaper recon squad, ruffling a few more feathers. Leah runs cover for him, and when they stumble upon Maggie and the others, Daryl does his best to throw the Reapers off their trail. He's not entirely convincing, but Leah can't bring herself to see through his lies. When word reaches Kelly that Connie is alive, she takes off to find her sister. Along the way, she runs across some mutilated horses, and after some investigating, discovers Connie's belongings. She continues her search, and after falling into some mud, is found by Magda, Carol, and Rosita. Using Connie's discarded notepad as inspiration, the quartet carry on their search with time running out. A basement littered with skeletal remains foreshadows a potential fate for Connie and Virgil. When their attacker finally shows himself and assaults Virgil, some of the suspense that was so well crafted slips away. It only ramps up again once the cannibal caveman is sent on his way and Connie must convince Virgil that she's not a threat. On the Inside offers some genuine chills, both psychologically and physically. Effectively using close-ups and an absence of sound, the scenes involving Connie heightens the level of suspense and draws the viewer in. The score, right out of a Stephen King flick, caps the experience, making On the Inside perhaps one of the creepiest Monsters in the House genre episodes, since perhaps that excellent X-Files episode where a family of inbred hillbillies kept their mother under a bed. If you haven't seen it, find the time to track it down. Virgil finds some redemption saving Connie, and his willingness to sacrifice himself not only shows his growth as a character, but also gives Connie a chance to shine as well. Taking matters, and some walker guts, into her own hands, she saves the day, setting up a touching reunion with Kelly. On the Inside nicely balances horror and suspense and ends with a healthy dose of intrigue. There's the issue of what Frost told Pope in his final moments and how that will affect Daryl's position in the group moving forward. The memory of Bossy burning under Pope's boot has everyone on edge, and his chuckling as he walks away with Carver while looking back at Daryl makes you wonder who's next on his list. The Walking Dead, episode 1106, On the Inside, 4 stars.